Good evening to one and all present here. I welcome you all for the final day of our 5 days online faculty development program, AI Tools for Effective Teaching, Learning, and Assessment. Today we have amongst us Mr. Arun Divakaran, Agentic AI Consultant, Delivery Lead, J Impact, Coimbatore, for the topic AI and its power in analytics. I hand over the session to Mr. Arun Divakaran.
Sure. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
So, good evening, one and all. I know the last 4 days you would have heard a lot of my team who had, tried to bring out their own expertise, right? So, if you really look into things, let me switch on my video as well. I like to actually express, right? Yeah. So maybe for the first few minutes. So, friends, as part of these programs, they are all the people whom I had trained during their college time, and they happen to join multiple IT companies, working in different MNCs. Along with that, they are very passionate in training. They like to take up any subjects and like to train more on people, right? So that's the kind of people whom I actually groom out. They're all actually my students, right? So in the interest of things, if any, for that matter, any teachers in this group, or if there is any uh, set of students, it could be any high level for the final years, or anybody who likes to actually are good in expressing, who are very intentful, who wants to share their knowledge to the world, right? Please ask them. You can always very well get in touch with me for where I can work out opportunities for them in terms of either IT companies as well as for um, and passively, if they want to spread out the knowledge, nothing like it. So that's the era that I am taking all the people along together. That's even today, my friends, right? um, I was actually planning to give you a very interesting overview of the various tools and things available which could effectively help the teachers. But then one of my students who's also working in MNC now, he expressed interest that he volunteered himself to come and share that he created his own platform, basically which through which he's going to teach some NLPs, right? How he has done that and how he's able to bring that up on stage. I thought let me also give him that opportunity to actually present it to you guys, right? So before that, first things first, I have a bit of interesting aspect which I would like to share it with, especially the teachers, and why I've been so much behind the teaching part is because, my friends, right? So let me share my slide real quick, just few of it. And I would expect people to be very interactive, right? So you all can unmute, but make sure that once we discuss, you can mute yourself. Okay. So here is the thing. So you're all able to find my screen, friends? Are you able to see the full screen?
Yes, sir.
Full screen or the partial ones?
Full screen only, sir.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you. Okay, so this is myself, a quick overview. So I have two screens, one and the above. So that's why, if you don't mind, when I look up, it means that I have two screens portrait. So here is one. Myself with 19 years in the industry. I worked in Cognizant, IQVIA, UST Global, 12 years in the United States, associated with in New York University and Rutgers University out there. And since my return back, I I continued to work in offshore companies here before I took up my own venture, friends. Right, so which means last 4 years, especially during the pandemic, I worked a lot. Especially, I'm associated with around 80 plus colleges in and around the town, where me, my team, we all tend to bridge that academic gap in whatever capacity possible. Correct. So I carried forward that entire experience, 19 years, because of my passion in the teaching and the training fraternity. I also happen to author two books. One is called Creativity. This is where I focus, especially during the pandemic. I realized that a child doesn't like a subject not because of the subject, but because of the way it was taught, right? So that I experienced even with my kid when he was switching on the cam during the pandemic, right, when all the things were happening online. So that triggered me to actually come out with some of that sort, and I started delivering that to school teachers pretty much, in terms of how to enable the creativeness, the human intelligence, the human creative intelligence, to utilize the AI in a most effective way. So today, what happens, if you see, the lot of people yes, we have AI tools, everything in place, but they are not able to realize that how to use it effectively for that matter. Right? So that's the hand-holding approach that I wanted to bring it across to the teaching fraternity in all capacities, right? So along with that, I also wrote my second book called Accidental Data Analyst, which by the grace of God became bestseller as well, which is mainly for people from all walks of life. It's a skill-driven program where the focus is mainly on how do you enable the skill for that matter, right? How do you not just talking about XYZ part, but what is the thinking pattern that needs to go into fence, right? How do you invoke that creativeness in thinking? So that's my pretty much thought process, and here I am, right, working, trying to bring together. And I'm also partnered with Rexer, especially when it comes to faculty development programs. Myself and Sanjay, right, so I used to support him in terms of delivery, whatever kind of learnings needed. So, right, so we partnered in multiple ways. So that's a little bit about myself, friends, right? And I would like to take a quick creative intelligence test, right? Because I've been talking about this and my team has also expressed a lot of ways to do it, right? So shall we start? I'm just going to give you all a quick test. Let me see how you're able to answer it real quick, okay? The test is like this. What is the height of the bird? Just by looking at the picture, what will your answer be? Very quick. What will be the I'm looking at I'm not able to see the responses, but if anyone has responses, you tell me, unmute yourself, right? What is a quick observation? Anybody out there? No responses? I'm waiting for the response. Otherwise, I would like to stop the session. If people are not responsive, even if it is wrong, it's okay. The point is, I wanted
Sir,
to look for
excuse me,
people.
sir. Sir, in
Yes,
the
ma'am.
chat box, they have mentioned, sir, Ajit Suryavanshi 30, Justin Asias 30. Again, he has mentioned 30, sir.
Fantastic. Ma'am, I'm not able to see the chat, so that's why it would be helpful if you can just tell me. Okay. So, friends, thank you. Right. Great responses. Now, the question comes, it's definitely not 30, sir. Right? Now, how do we say that? Right? What makes us to think like that? That's where I am bringing in that concept of how do we quickly look into that, right? We simply negate it. We simply minus that part, right? Now, if I bring it up again on screen, right, look at how we need to specifically think on that direction, right? Now, watch me again. I'm going to again present it. Okay. Okay. I'm not putting in full screen, friends. Okay. So just one quick little thing. Now, if you really see, we simply subtracted. That's not the case. We shouldn't just subtract it. Right? Here it is the total, which is 200. Correct? But here, from here to here, what happened to his legs, right? That was not considered. So we have to go approach this in a mathematical thought process. Now we have the habit to quickly think and we quickly guess that it is what the case is. But in fact, if you really look into the mathematical approach, it becomes so for the way how I'll approach is man plus bird is equal to 200. Number one. Number two is man minus bird is equal to 170. Right? So now you have to add everything together. You can see the answer will be ultimately 15. Right? That is what the thought process. This is what we normally apply. We call that as a creative intelligence. We actually, as trainers, we need to focus a lot on this whenever we comes to looking at a problem very quickly, because it appears to give a direct solution, but that's not the case. Okay, so let's move on. I have a couple of other things to quickly share before I hand it over to my trainer who wants to actually demonstrate the NLP part. The other thing is, right, during this is a real-time scenario which you can see on the screen in 2011, friends. Okay. In 2011, when a trainer wants to actually, sorry, when a business user, ellame on the business user, then end of the day, right? Everywhere in IT company, when I was working in Wisconsin, right, there was a business user who wants to run a report.
Sir,
Okay.
kindly excuse me, sir.
Uh,
Sir, it is not in the presentation mode, sir.
but you can still see the response, right,
Yeah,
ma'am?
sir. But we can see, but now it is
Deepak,
okay.
okay,
Now
this
it
is
is
better.
okay.
Okay. It's not a big because I'm not able to see the chat. There are chat lamps and I wouldn't be able to see. So that's why I thought I'll keep it like this. Anyways, problem. Let's move on, right? So a business user wanted to generate a report from it's a healthcare company. On the healthcare company, they wanted to run a report, and the process he followed was அவங்க போய் ஒரு ticket raise பண்ணாங்க. He will raise a ticket in the system, and the moderator assigns the ticket to the development team in the IT, right? Then the developer will run the SQL code, and then he generates the report, and the report goes back to the business user. This used to be the cycle, which normally is 4 to 7 days. Okay, this is used to be the scenario in 2011. I'm saying, இன்னைக்கு fast forward it today, we are in 2025. Tell me, what is the change that could have happened and how this should have been in today's world? How do you think this would be dealt with? Anybody? Unmute and speak, sir. This is interactive. Let's make it interactive, friends. How do you think this should happen in today's world? Just make a wild guess. Make it wild guess. It's okay, let it be wrong, no worries. IT companies are, I'm not sure, nothing, not to worry about all those. Just think how things could have transformed in today's world. This is 14 years back. அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு report வேணும். Business user wanted a report. Are there anyone from the north today? Are there anybody who don't speak Tamil from the north? Do we have people? So, ma'am, what is the answer? I'm not able to see the screen. Okay, there are. Okay, yes, Atulji, yes, please. You raised a hand.
Yes, sir. I am from North
Oh,
Punjab.
okay, then fine. I'll keep it to turn. Okay, welcome, Ji. Appreciate you joining, right? Yes, thank you. So, others, right? So, all of you, please tell what do you think should have happened today or is happening today?
Due to automation, the cycle time number of days is reduced.
Automation, very good, right? Idea is nice. That is, automation has taken place, so another cycle time might come lesser. But more than that, my friends, today, watch me very carefully what I'm going to tell. Today's world, a business user needs to run his own code. Right? A business user needs to run his own set of code. He cannot raise a ticket, and the ticket cannot go to the IT development team who generates the report and sends it back. No, gone are those days. Today, this person needs to enable himself to run the code and generate the result for himself. So what happens? What has to be done? He has to be upskilled, right? He needs to undergo SQL training, understand how to write stored procedures. Those are practically possible because she is a subject matter expert. அவனால code பண்ண முடியாது, right? वो code नहीं कर सकता है. So what you will do ultimately? The only way possible is for this person to leverage AI and generate the code and generate the report. This is the new age transformation, friends. This is a big transformation in the last 14 years, right? Are you all agreeing with me? Say yes or no, please. I really love responses. Yes
Yes.
or no? Thank you. Others, right? If you can put it in the chat, I'm fine. I would like to see the chat. If you all agree me, this is what has changed in the last era. And same thing, tell me, within the teaching fraternity, yesterday I asked you to identify a use case. All of you remember? So what was the use case? No, thank you, great. Thank you, everyone, right? So what was the use case? Has anyone identified any use case yet? So same thing, if teacher is doing the same thing in 14 years back, and if he or she is doing the same thing today, we have a problem. So what is that we need to do? Right? In her case, it was the necessity was for her to generate the report, perform analysis, right? Sends it to the leadership, make changes to the business, and blah blah blah. But in today, what do you think in the academic side the teacher would be supposed to be doing? Any idea? That is what, my friends, is teacher transformation, right? And I am coining the word called teacherpreneur, right? The power of teachers in today's world is humongous. Not just doing the day-to-day activities, reporting to the various staffs around and then reporting to the principal, right? Those are all academically, operationally good. But what are we doing for ourselves in that sense? And that's where these kind of faculty development workshops needs to be taken it very seriously, not just looking at a way to just add quantitative certificates to our base. That's the level of thinking we need to shift on, because we have the talent, and I respect the teachers a lot, but just that they're not getting that ability to do things. First of all, I wanted to appreciate if anyone in this room is very driven, right, more than the whole certificate or anything, but if he or she is really driven to figure out some new learning for that can be applied to their day-to-day cycle, I am with them completely. That's the kind of teacher transformation that we need to actually have, right? That's why I call them the term as teacherpreneur. How do we leverage the knowledge that we have to actually get our job done easily, right? So without going further, I would like to actually introduce my friend, my little the guy, Mr. Harish. Are you there on the line, Mr. Harish?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hi, everyone.
Yeah, so I would like to say that Harish happened to be my student, and he's now working in an IT company. He's performing a lot of AI related initiatives, right? So this is what I happen to tell people, correct? Anyone, my friends, because I love teachers a lot. That's why I take initiative whenever I get a chance to interact with them through whatever capacity is possible. I would like to associate with them, do whatever mentorship or teach the training program, which I would love to do. And I'm doing it at the school levels, trying to transform the teachers at the same time, wherever I get opportunities. Because of my limited time capacities with so many programs, I tend to normally, take only serious assignments, right? Especially if it is somewhere in the evening, 45 minutes, that's okay. I just come and deliver and then move on. But I'm grooming the next bunch of teachers. Again, I want people who are driven by nature, who wants to do something outside of what they are already doing. If you are very interested to do an US based training, right? I have US faculties whom you wanted to actually take an hour to train or bring out your knowledge to them. Please do reach out to Sanjay, right, and let us know what we can do. All right? Or I know I have so many bunch of training happening across the world in different capacities. So if anyone who wants to say volunteer and say that, sir, I would like to come, I would like to deliver, I will prepare you up. Of course, it's a paid assignments, right? You get handsomely paid for that. But the point is, you have to be driven for that, right? The thought process should be, I want to bring a change to the society, to my students, and that's the teacherpreneurship level thinking I wanted. And same thing for the students. If any of the students are really interested to perform assignments, to do some AI engagements, right, please do reach out. We'll be more than to actually help you, right? So Over to you, Harish. You demonstrate what you wanted to actually share, show your platform, the one you developed, and how you're going to explain a simple, NLPs through your same platform. So let's look out for that, friends. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for this introduction, sir. It's really honored and privileged to present my platform in front of all the faculty members who are present here, and thank you for patiently listening to Arun sir. So, firstly, I would like to introduce myself. I am Shri Harish. I'm currently working in an US-based MNC as an AI and an data analyst, come AI engineer. So, first things first, can I get a hands up for the ones who say teaching methods and teaching methodology should be changed or we should transform to the upcoming technological advancements? So, can I get a hands up for the ones who say yes? I also want
Yes,
this
sir.
session.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for this response. So, as sir mentioned, nowadays, when we consider a student who is currently studying in first standard, second standard, or is higher secondary, or in senior secondary, their focus time is getting reduced very badly because of the rise of social media or short form contents. So, to overcome that, we should need an interactive platform, or we should transform ourselves to their mode of education, or to their mode of how they understand things. So we should not force them to sit inside the class and to concentrate on the concepts and the things which for an long 1 or 2 dry sessions. So in these situations, the student might lack concentrations and they might feel getting bored. So in this technological era, these kind of interactive platforms helps them grasp the informations and grasp the concepts in a more easier way and a more effective way. For example, to know or to understand a particular information in a more theoretical way is far better than understanding a concept in a more visualized and a more colorful way. As human psychology and as human nature, humans tends to remember things which is visually present more accurately rather than understanding things which is theoretically or text based understandings. So in this type of human psychological things, I have developed, understanding all these things, I've developed an interactive platform which visualizes the way of understanding the concepts. So let me now just present my screen. So is my screen up?
Yes, buddy.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what an interactive platform which I've developed for the natural language processing. So before diving into this, does anyone know what is natural language processing means? You just like explain, or you can just drop it in the text box. As I got to know, you had a sessions which is related to chat bots and chat assistants. So what does this phrase that a natural language processing mean? You can answer. Just look at that phrase and just answer what can be natural language processing, or what is natural language. Yeah, exactly, Ajit. You are right. Yeah, what natural language processing is using our human language, which is English, Tamil, Hindi, or so and so languages, making these languages, using these languages, we will be able to communicate with the systems and will be able to derive the outputs from the system itself. As our systems are not capable of understanding the human languages directly, this natural language processing comes into play. As the natural language processing converts the human language into the machine understandable language and extracts the output in a natural language. That is, in the way the input has been given, the output also will be processed the same way what they based on the input which has been given to the system. So let me share my platform. So this is what the platform which I've developed using Python, which is a famous programming language. And for this also I've used the AI assistants. Uh, Actually, we as a faculties need to adapt to the new technological advancements, and we should be able to make ourselves by par to the students who are into this technological era. Okay, so this is my platform. I will just walk through my platform and how it will be working. So as I told you, it first shows us the definition of natural language processing, and this is the pipeline. So how natural language processing works. So I will give an input in the form of raw text, that is the normal human language which the machine cannot understand. So in this processing layer is where the main picture comes into play. This is where the raw text is being converted into the machine understandable way. So what is a machine language? Can you please answer in the text box? What are the things which can machine understand? Our natural language is just English, Tamil, and French, etc., etc. What does computer understands? Zeros and ones. Exactly. Thanks for your response. So computers only understands binary codes. So this is where the processing layer comes into play, and it transforms the raw text, which is our inputs, into the binary codes. And in that analysis layer is where our natural language processing comes into play. As in natural language processing, we are having a set of multiple functions which processes the input text. As our input text or input data will, we cannot say that always it would be a fully accurate one or fully a clean one and a fully proper one which can easily be accessible by the systems, but it is not in the real world or the real time way. For example, if I am taking this session, there is an option called transcript in every meetings. So what it does means, it understands my natural language. It tokenizes each and every word. What does tokenization means? Tokenization is the process of splitting the complete sentences or paragraphs into each and every single word or category. So this tokenization is a very, very, very basic part of each and every natural language processing tasks. So after tokenization, before that, I will just show you this page. So NLP task categories. So I guess this screen is visible clearly. So at first, it shows here, these are the main categories and the applications of a natural language processing here. So this is where this visually presenting things comes into play. If you just give up a set of text and you just tell a student to learn this text and or understand this text and come up with the information. So rather than that, these platforms helps us to easily and dynamically understand what are the concepts present in this natural language, for example, natural language processing, in a more visually impactful way. So if we hover onto this bubbles or the chart which is present here, it will show us what each and every bubble indicates us. The first bubble, for example, it shows text classification, which is the main thing, which is when we focus on the processing part, and information extraction. So in this part, when we give an input, the machine should understand what the user is trying to express or trying to say. This is where the information extraction and the context comes into play. So what is context? Context means வாட் அவங்க என்ன சொல்ல வராங்க அப்படின்றது தான் வந்துட்டு இட் இஸ் கான்டெக்ஸ்ட். So for example, I've took some information from this ChatGPT, which is well-known AI tool. I want to know about, give some informations about Velamal schools. It gave me some informations. How it understands? First, it understands word by word. These words are called as tokens. And you might wonder how it also understands the spelling errors here. I have given for about, I've given is here. There is some spelling mistakes here. This is where the context and the parts of speech comes into play. So these and all the very mathematical part and the back end part which is associated with this NLP. I don't want you to bore with that mathematical parts. You can directly move into this text processing part. So okay, here this is was the step-by-step processing, the pipeline. For example, if you want to make a biryani, for example, if you want to make a biryani dish, we should need all the required ingredients for that. So the required ingredients, first we have to switch on the stove and we have to add all the ingredients, first oil and everything. Like this, we have to add all things in a step-by-step way. After completing all these steps, the ultimate solution will be our biryani dish. So like this only, the pipelines also work. From the starting point, like from the input, it will process it and it will make some analysis out of it, and it will visualize out some things out of it, and at last our target and our solution will be displayed. So like this, here I have given the input text. Hello world, this is an amazing demonstration of NLP processing. In this, you can see there are many unwanted characters present, and at some places the text cases might have been used improperly, and unwanted email IDs and other things might have been present here. This is what the raw information which we got from the user. So the first process is called as lowercasing. Lowercasing is just converting the normal full raw text into a lower text form. As we see here, there is a difference between the original text and the normal text. Here, if we see the first filter might be in H might be in capital, and world W might be in capital, and amazing, all these texts might be in capital. And this, at the second point, it will convert all these texts into a lowercase one. And in the next step will be the removing special characters. Here, if you see, these are all things are the special characters which is present here. So in this next step, we will be removing all these special characters, because while processing all these, the space might be more large when processing all these things. To reduce the space complexity, we will be removing unwanted elements which is present in the text. So fourth step will be the tokenization. So tokenization is where the complete raw text will be converted into each and every single word. Here, hello will be considered as a separate word, and word will be considered as a separate word. Like this, it will split each and every single word into a separate token. So, and the next step would be the removing stop words. Stop words are the ones which might not be relevant to our context, or something which is not necessarily needed to understand a particular context or something. So which is called as stop words, and it will remove all these stop words from the raw text. And stemming and lemmatization. Stemming and lemmatization might look like a complex term, but it is very simple. Stemming is what meant is we can consider a word called as running. So it will consider it as an as a verb, and it will transform it into its base form. Running, runs, run, all these things give a same meaning. So it will transform that running word to its base form called run. So like this only, the stemming and lemmatization works. The main concept of stemming and lemmatization is transforming the given text into its base form. So which is called as lemmatization. So here you can see that same example. Running will be transformed to run. So better, good, best, all these things brings out to the same meaning, which is called as good, is performing well or something. So it will be lemmatized to its base form of good. So after processing all these things, the students might think here also there is only the text based outputs are present. So in this cases only the interaction comes into play, the text reduction through processing pipeline. This is where before processing, this is what the complexity of this text. So after processing, this is how the text looks like. So this is what the firstly we had 154 characters in our raw text, and after processing we had came to first original text came to 21, and after cleaning the text we have reduced it to 18, and after tokenization we have reduced it to 18, and after removing the unwanted stop words we came it to 11, and after that after removing all the base forms and everything we came it uh, to the final form from 154 characters we have reduced it to 11 characters. So this is how the processing phase comes into play. So this is what the text representation. So how the texts are represented into the machines. So here I have included 4 different types of text. Bag of words. This is more of an complex concept which is present in NLP. Bag of words is nothing but a collection of words, a collection of multiple words or phrases or tokens into a set of knowledge base. So, for example, in a particular document, they have used I love machine learning and artificial intelligence. So here, what are the words that they have used will be marked as 1, which is present in all these 4 documents, will be represented in a visual format as 1 1 1 1. All these things are the mathematical concepts which is present behind these bag of words and TF, IDF, word embeddings, and etc. 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 So these things are the ones. These mathematical concepts are represented in a visual format. All these visuals are come up with a enabling called as tooltips. These text box that you are visualizing, right? The word is equal to love, total frequency is equal to 2, color is equal to 2. These frequency means number of times the particular word has been occurred in the sentence or a paragraph. So we can visualize what the text is present, what text is present, how many times the word has been repeated, and everything. So same like that, the document length comparison. So we can check the length of this document, or we can check the length of the context which is being input given as an input in this platform. So next, the TF and IDF, all these are the mathematics and the statistics which is behind it. All the words are, as I mentioned, the computers understand only the binary codes. So if you see here, means all these words will be coming under zeros and ones. Sorry, I coming to say something. Oh, okay, okay. So if you see here, means all these processes will be visually presented, and also will be explaining how things work and what are the advantages and disadvantages which is present in these things. And when we hover over to the particular ones, it will changes it changes according to the R selection. So if we change means the artificial, if we change the particular word artificial, it will show how many times the it has been present in the particular document, or how many times the word has been present in a particular input sentence. And the next one is the TF-IDF, which is another concept when compared to the when we speaking about this NLP. So it is also about the different types of visual, which expresses the distribution of words among the documents. So next we are diving into the applications of NLP. So could you please tell me what are the things can be NLP can be used? In what are the areas natural language processing can be used? I'm waiting for the responses. So just take a look, take a wild guess here. just understand what NLP is. It just converts natural language processing, that is natural language, into the human understandable one. Yeah, I'm getting the responses. Can you just turn on your mic and say the responses? It will be very better, because I have to switch the screens again and again. Yeah, Siri and Alexa uses NLP, right? Answer evaluation, yes. So when we speak about the applications of NLP, there are multiple applications. First one is sentimental analysis. Many might have heard about the sentimental analysis. What is sentimental analysis? Sentimental analysis just identifies whether the particular sentence is spoken in a positive way or a negative way or a neutral way or something. So it will help us to improve our the way of speaking, or the way of recommending the products to the ones. Or this sentimental analysis is widely used in the reviews and the feedback analysis. As when we sell a particular product, the users will be posting our reviews on the feedback section, and we can trace that feedbacks, and from that we can come to a conclusion whether the product is working in the real industry or not. So based on the reviews and based on the use of sentences, we can check whether the word is, they like the product or not, they are neutral among the product, and they want some changes with the products, or they hate that product or not. So for example, I will give a sentence here. I love working in NLP. So when I click analyze sentiment, so it shows us it is a positive sentence. As why it is showing us positive sentence means, here I have used all the positive terms like love and everything. So here, if I change a particular word or a sentence, I loved. Even changing a single word might affect the sentiment among the sentence. If you see here, it is coming as neutral, because loved is a past sentence, because I loved working in NLP previously, but I am currently not loving. So it is taking it as a neutral sentence. And likewise, we can experiment with different words here. And for example, if I give a negative review, it will give us a example sentence also to understand how the negative review works, and what are the words that is present. It is considered as a negative review. Terrible experience, these terrible words, broke, and completely waste of money, all these words are considered as a negative standpoint. So when we click on the analyze sentiments, it is showing how much, what is the sentiment is. Confidence is nothing but a scale which measures how much it is likely to fall into a particular category or something. So this is how it is here also. It shows visually how the things are getting impacted. So here you come and see means a sentimental word breakdown. Here it fetches from the particular input sentence, and breaks down into the positive words and the negative words, and it will also show us in a more visually presentable way. And finally, if we want to express something, or and to share something, or you want to summarize something, or some things, we can work here. I will just show you. I've got text from the chat GPT itself. I'm just taking this text. As I've mentioned, the students are very bored while reading big paragraphs or something. And in this NLP tool, I've enabled an option called as text summarization. What it does means, it will reduce the number of sentences or the number of text which is present here, and we can set how much word limit that we, or how much length that we want, how much length that we expect from our output. I am setting it as 20 words, and I will click generate summary, and it will generate us this output. Velamal schools emphasize both academic excellence and holistic development of CBSE matriculation and state board. From this original text, it has extracted into a more summarized one, but it will have all the relevant information which is required to understand about a particular concept or a particular context. So this is how the NLP also works here. And then this is how the distribution of the words which is used in the particular sentence. So this green ones symbolizes the ones which is included, and the red ones symbolizes the ones which are excluded from the original text. So these red ones symbolizes which is not mostly required to know about the particular context, and these green ones are the ones which are more likely to be known in about a particular concept or something. So the top 10 words used in this summary will visualize what are the words which are mostly used or the mostly occurred in the summarized one. So in these type of ways also this NLP things has been can be used. So we can also check the frequency, that is how many times a particular word has been occurred in a more easier and a more understandable way. So now coming to the last part of this NLP platform, I will just paste the same text here, and I will just give an concept. This is called as a bag of words. What are the from the bag of words? What are the things that is need to be processed before understanding the input text? So as I mentioned, the lowercase conversion, the removal of stop words, and the removal of special characters and lemmatization, all these process can be added while added before processing the text. So when I click this run NLP pipeline, so this is the original text that I have given as an input. So after lowercase conversion, all this text will be converted to the lowercase. And after removing the special characters, this is how the information looks like. And after the stop words removal, this is all how the tokens has been converted. And after stemming, and after the final process text will be like this. So this mission automatically converts our input text using the artificial intelligence or the AI integrated inside the platform, and it will visualize how the results will be and how the things will be effectively displayed. So this is how this platform works, and this is what I have built, and this is how it effectively reaches out to the students, and which will give a more effective and a more easily understandable way for our upcoming generations. Yeah. So thank you. Yes, sir, you can carry on.
Any questions, friends? Any questions on this part?
If you have any doubts regarding this platform, you can ask in the chat box. I will take you through this. It is not just for NLP. We can make it for any platforms or any subjects.
158594. SBI intern. SBI ஓட தானே?
This NLP uses only IR models and text processing. Yeah, NLP is mainly focusing on text processing only. So as NLP comes under this concept called concept called long short term memory and sequential processing, as it can understand only text alone. It cannot process numbers and images and videos. Yeah, and is my answer fine for your question? Yeah, done. So any other questions? You can feel free to open your mic and you can ask questions. Any other questions? And I would like to give you an interesting one, which is present in the Zoom meeting itself. You can just turn on this captions icon, which is present. Captions icon, which is present near this emoji icon. I just turn on that. What the thing does is, it in the real time it translates my speech into text and displays in a more seamless way, so that we can copy this text or something to understand what the speaker tries to say, or tries to explain. If in case if we missed something, we can track back to this text, and we can understand what he's trying to say, or what we missed, or we can catch up with the flow. So this is how this NLP works here. I gave you a real-time example which is present here itself. And here there are multiple languages which is present also. So if we click Hindi means it will automatically translate it to the Hindi text also. So you guys able to see what it is generating here. I got to know two of them are from Maharashtra something. Can you just turn on your mic and tell whether it is translating properly or not?
I mean,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
using
It's translating.
NLP,
Okay.
can we use both languages like Marathi or Hindi in single time
Simultaneously.
simultaneously? Yes, got it.
Uh, yeah, but it doesn't process it in a more effective way, as Marathi and Hindi all regional languages. As far now, it processes all the international languages in a more effective and a faster way. The systems yet to be designed in a more effective and a more proper way for the local languages like Hindi, Marathi, Tamil, Urdu, etc., etc., etc.
Hello?
Yes. Okay, sir.
But single languages at a time will be processed in a more faster and a more accurate way.
Got it. Got it, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Any other questions? And these chat GPT, all the AI tools are working behind the principles of NLP only. Yeah. Any questions or using NLP? Okay. Yeah.
I think we are
Not
good, right? Yeah. So thanks, team. I think it was pretty good from all of you guys for staying back, right? So anyone who wants to say, I always love to stay in touch with the teaching fraternity, right, through the LinkedIn professional platform. So please, stay. This is our link. Please do do let me know whatever support that you guys need in any levels. I think with that said, we'd like to conclude this. Thanks one and all. Thank you, ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Arun sir, and also Sri Hari sir, for your demonstration over NLP. And that was very interesting. I hope the participants might have got great insight into this. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us for all these 5 days and made the journey a bit exciteful. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Arun Divakaran, sir. And also, in this context, I would like to extend my thanks to Sanjay sir also for all these 5 days, for patiently being with us, uh, for getting all the things done. Thank you, Sanjay sir. On behalf of our Velamal Institute of Technology and on behalf of my head of the department, Dr. S. Padma Priya, we wholeheartedly thank the whole participants for joining us and gracing this particular FDP program with all your patient listening and all. Thank you so much. Participants, please wait. We will be posting the assessment link and the feedback attendance certificate link shortly in the chat box. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Vidya ma'am, stop the recording.